We on.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Just Two Black Brothers podcast. Man, if y'all tired of them podcasts that give you more sauce than they give you meat, bring your big old ass down to the Just Two Black Brothers. On period, that's my brother Poe, and we got O2TheGoodBadGuy. What's good, bro?
What's good with you? How y'all doing?
Chill. Now I got one. You could be like, if y'all ain't tired of them rappers, all in the podcast. Bring your ass to Just Two Black. A lot of rappers in the
podcast. So what's up with you, my man?
Shit, life. Everything shit booming right now.
Everything booming.
Bank account is on the way, but everything else is up though.
You got the little. I know you got the little Biden stimmy pack hit the account too. You know.
Man, I've been waiting on my thing, bro. I've been waiting on my thing. Hopefully, it'll be here tomorrow.
Yeah, they got one.
You know, it's already gone. Well, Mama used to say, it's already gone.
They said he can't hold. They said that boy, but burn a hole in his pocket up.
Hey, yeah, I gotta. This somebody else money.
I'm trying to be good with it, bro. Like I got it already, but I ain't bought nothing. I'm trying to be good, But another thing is, Eric, I don't want to wait in line because, like, I tell you what, that last one we run out to the outlet, bro. The Gucci, I want to know what was in this Gucci store because the line was like double backed around. So I'm like, they must got something in there, some fire in there. But I never waited in the line to find out.
Shit, I'm gonna try. Whatever I do, I'm gonna either pay some bills or invest some of it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's what we be doing. You know Robinhood?
A little bit. I just got out. I'm more on that Coinbase, and then I do man, what is it? Transamerica for the stocks, and what's that thing called, bro? Thinkorswim. So
I heard of Coinbase. That one's just on. Is that one just crypto, or you could do all stocks?
Coinbase is crypto. Yeah. So I'm really just kind of getting started with it. I've been interested, but never really had the motivation to do it on my own. But I'm connected with a group of brothers and sisters out of East Palo Alto and some other places. And so we kind of coming together trying to pull the knowledge and make something happen. You know what
that's the stuff they hide from us. I met this dude. It's like 4 or 5 of them. What they do, and they, white dudes, there's like 4 or 5 of them every 3 months. So every month they save like 300, right? And then every 3 months they get together and they invest whatever they saved over them 3 months into a stock market, to the stock market. So whatever, but what they did was they registered that as an LLC.
Right.
So now they got the little business going with it. They getting a little business write-offs or whatever they doing with that, plus the money, whatever is accumulated in that account, they split it 4 or 5 ways, however many people went in the thing. So I said, man,
it's that knowledge.
All day.
It's out there for you, though. It's out there for us to get.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, Poe got me on stocks, man. He got me on Robinhood. Like I've been on it for I started when COVID hit because I was at the house just like, and then the stocks was all low.
Yeah.
So it was like. Yeah, it's a no-brainer. So where you from, man?
I'm from East Palo Alto, California. I was born in North Carolina. I moved here when I was about probably 4 years old. That was a long time ago, man. So I've been here ever since.
Shout out EPA. Yo, who we have for EPA on? Oh, Keith the model.
Oh yeah, that's my young homie right there. That's my young life.
Yo, he hard. He was on last week, I think.
Yeah, we locked in. That's my young life right there. I know him since he was a shorty. East Palo Alto, California, man. I lived in Atlanta. I went to school to graduated from Clark Atlanta University. I stayed out there for like 6 years. I lived in Ohio for a year, Evanston, Silverton. Shit, I stayed in San Jose, California for a year, but for the most part, East Palo Alto, California, man. That's what it is.
How was Clark? It was live.
Oh, bro, it was a movie. Sometimes it was a comedy. Sometimes it was some like freaky shit. You know what I'm saying? A little PG radar, NC-7. Sometimes it was a horror show. It all depended on the day and what was going on. I'm a little older than I look. You feel me? So I was at Clark at a time where the campuses were still open. It was access for everybody. If you've never been out there, that's surrounded by, well, it used to be surrounded by a whole lot of that shit. So, you know, it's just an experience. I saw a lot, I did a lot, I heard a lot. Some of it was school, and some of it was just real life. That's some shit that I never thought that I would probably have to experience. But all in all, I loved it. It's an amazing institution. And I advise any youngster that's listening to this, any parent, to really urge your youth to check out a historical Black college. I was blessed to go on the college tour. You feel me? My junior year in high school. If you can do it, please expose your youngsters. Go check it out. You know what I mean? It was a beautiful experience. I'm glad I did it.
I was gonna say Dion got everybody wanting to go back to HBCU now because he had Jackson State.
Though, we need more of that star power to really kind of like make that shit drip. You feel me? I would say
that's what I've been saying.
You know what I mean? Make that shit tight to go there, to have that experience. But
I said you were forced the big money. You were forced the big money people to go put more money into it if you got a lot of star athletes start going to them schools.
Yeah, but
I heard we graduated from HBCU.
Hey, I look at it like this. You remember back in the day, you remember Different World in Martin always had HBCU on. They took that stuff away from TV, so it was like I think they kind of made it where we wasn't, because when they were showing all that stuff all the time, everybody was going to them schools. That's why late 90s, early 90s.
My mom about like, what is that on their shirts or what they doing, like the steps and all that, and it was dope to hear that explained. You feel me? But you're right, they did take a lot of that imagery away from us.
Man, you know what's fun?
Martin always had it on. Like you watch Martin now, he always wore it.
We stepped away from it too, because I mean, shit, we in the limelight as more as we probably ever been. And imagine if we made a conscious choice to always. I got an uncle right now. He 80 something. I can't remember seeing him other than in the morning or something or at night without a hoodie or a sweatshirt or a t-shirt with a historical Black college on it. And I remember when I was a shorty, I asked him, like, what's up with that? He was, I know you didn't go to all them schools. He was like, cuz whenever I want a youngster to see me, whenever I'm seen, I want this to be a talking point.
Yeah.
So that I can encourage a youngster to possibly look into it.
Yeah, they had that little segment at the All-Star game. That shit, man, they had me looking up which HBCU I can go get my master's from online. Because I'm in Brooklyn. We got Mega Evers like right by my house, but I don't think they got a master's program though.
It's out there though. It's out there. Keep looking. You feel me? It's out there.
So how long you been rapping?
Man, for a long time, brother. In the 3rd grade, I was introduced to kind of like I mean, even before that, I had been introduced to pain and joy and all the dope shit that people write about. But in the 3rd grade, I got introduced to poetry, and I learned how to put all that to kind of in words and paint a picture with it. And then from there, it just kind of snowballed into me emceeing. So probably by 6th grade, man, I was on stage with microphones in my hand at the Juneteenth celebrations, local television studios around the area, the Bay Area, you know what I'm talking about? So I've been doing it for a while, man. At school, with the homies. You know how that go.
At the lunch table, we getting it in all lunch period.
The lunch table on the plate. Before the lunch table, we was banging on the slide. You know what I'm saying? That's how
the slide.
you know what I'm saying? Get up under that slide. Somebody on top of that thing banging and everybody else up here. That shit sound like you in the studio.
Yeah, I remember those days. I grew up in Sacramento. So I mean, we used to be at the lunchtime. I mean, we used to have one East Coast dude there, and he had that East Coast flow, and he just got clowned every time. Like it was like, man, you in the wrong hood for that.
That wasn't Philly.
He was like, "El Frama Mabical, Lama Lamical." He's like, man, you ain't got no guns. You ain't got no guns.
He spit his lit. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I've been in some circles where it's time to rock and the food just look like
Yeah, that's when you try want to get away commercials, huh? You like,
right. Shout out Sacramento too.
Shout out. So at that age you had influences, or did you get influences in rap later on?
I mean, I definitely had influences back then. I mean, KRS-One, Kool Moe Dee, Slick Rick, EPMD, Paris, Special Ed, the list kind of goes on. Man, we had my pops was kind of connected. We had an album player in the house, so that's the hip hop that was spinning. You know what I'm talking about? ARS1, that love's gonna get you.
Yeah, that shit hard.
It was after I heard that, bruh, it was a rap.
You was like, oh, I could put something, man. Yeah, it's like you hear, so you like, dang, how did somebody even think to put that together?
He was so tight though. Like when you really go back listen to him, you be like, damn, he rapping like that. He don't even get no credit like he should. Like he was really teaching you, like for real. It was really like a teacher was rapping.
But then the crazy part about it is, if you really analyze it, the beat was crazy.
Yeah.
The visual was crazy for that time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if they drop that song right now, it's gonna command attention right now to this day.
Right. And that's how it was growing up in the West Coast, man. If you didn't have, and we probably didn't give up. Like I know most of us on the West Coast at that time, in the 80s, 90s, if your songs ain't had no nice beat, we probably didn't listen to them. But you probably had a message in it,
right?
But we weren't listening to that if it had no beat. And then I live in Brooklyn, New York now, so it's more based on like the lyrics. Like I don't care. Like with Nas, we was talking about Nas last night. Right. People love Nas. Nas spit a whole bunch of knowledge, but the beats wasn't good. He finally put an album out and let Hit Boy produce it, talking that same knowledge. Now he get a Grammy for it. So it's like, dang, that's crazy. Because I grew up on Sibo.
Right. Yeah.
Sibo, Brother Lynch, E40, Be Legit.
Man, Brother Lynch got me in trouble one time, man.
What you do?
Nah, me and my cousin used to be upstairs in that room rapping that shit like he was gonna sign us, bro.
Oh yeah,
man, my mama heard that shit one day, bro. We used to know when she was coming home too, and it just didn't work out the way we planned.
You said
man, it was a rap.
Hey, if you rap some Brother Lynch lyrics and you not of age and your parents hear you, they probably gonna call the police on you.
I was living in San Jose at the time in 8th grade, staying with my cousin, man. We thought we was some real gangbangers. That was real popping back in that time in San Jose. So shit, it still is, bro.
I think Lynch said one time, I pulled that tampon string out and straight, put it in work. I was like, what? Yo, you were like, what?
Hey, you listen to some of that shit now, and it's like, damn, I used to be rapping this shit word for word, bro.
You said you was rapping that shit like you was about to get signed.
Yeah, we used to rap that shit.
Hey, he like,
the list was walking up the stairs for to be like, yeah, I need y'all to come with me. We going on tour and shit. We used to know that shit word for word. And go to school off that. Go to school. You rapping that shit all night. Go to school the next morning like.
I think I almost had child protection called on my mama for me rapping Eazy-E at a talent show in like the 7th grade. Yo, because they like, how are you listening to Eazy-E? And why are you performing it at the talent show?
Yo, be knowing.
They be like, you don't know what's going on. I got Eazy-E for my foot when I was 5 years old at the birthday at the birthday present. But yeah, man, that was crazy. But yeah, so with the music though, like, so what you working on currently?
So right now, we just released this project. Well, I'll explain a little bit. It was supposed to be an album called Dice Games and Drum Circles. You know what I'm talking about? Dice Games. It's a circle of men usually. It's movement. It's sound going on. It's emotion. It's energy. Same as in drum circles, and it's also for me. I've learned lessons in both settings throughout my life. So it was gonna be Dice Games and Drum Circles. It's gonna have a little bit of that kind of gritty dice game side with a little drum circle, kind of that revolutionary knowledge, you know what I'm saying, and wisdom type shit. So what I decided to do was just split it down the middle and make it 2 EPs. So currently right now, I believe what y'all might have either some of the music you might have heard or some of the visuals you may have seen, that's from off the Dice Games EP that I got right now floating around, just pushing that as much as I can. And then sooner than later, you feel me, we're going to drop the drum circle side of it. So that's already pretty much completed, been mixed, been mastered. Probably about 8 to 10 tracks on that one. So just waiting on the right time to release it when everything line up. I got a lot of other stuff going on too as well. So you feel me? It's kind of like I prioritize it when I can prioritize it, and I try to do that as much as possible. But you know, life, we in the middle of a damn pandemic, so That shit ain't popping like it was 2 years ago in terms of how fast I move with everything, or how fast I would like to move with everything.
Oh, dang. So what's the worst? What's the worst thing you ever seen happen at a dice game?
Shit. Fortunately, bruh, all the dice games that I participated in, have been pretty well insulated. You feel me? With folks around me that
it's like the circle, or it's like your circle anyway. It ain't no outside.
It's family, you know what I'm saying? I'm not no necessarily no street type of motherfucker, like in terms of just being out there. And
you on a corner shooting.
I done that before. I done done that a few times, but I just say that to say I'm not hopping out just on some like, what's up? If I just see any dice game,
facts.
Balls and niggas on, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So shit, the worst thing I done seen happen at a dice game is we took all my money.
I see, man. I see.
Fake eye roll out.
Man, I remember growing up, growing up, you just at 16, 17, man, we just thought we was hard. So it's like we shooting dice, but we shooting dice with like one of the OGs came through with his boy or whatever. So, man, I remember my partner, rest in peace to him, man, he couldn't, you know how you just know you down, just get out the game and go, right? He like, nah, I'm gonna stay in. So he lost all his money, so he shot his shoes. So he shot the shoes, he lost the shoes, so now he got socks on. And then the OG, so he and my boy probably wore like a size 9. They took he had some J's on. They took the J's and gave him like a size 12 or like some Jordan. So we had to walk home.
He Ronald McDonald.
I'm like, yo, I said, man, you gotta know when to fold them, bro. Like,
yeah.
And they ain't show no love. They like, hey, little homie, come back, get your shoes. None of that. It was like, all right, y'all.
Gambling, especially shooting dice, that shit can be addictive, man. I got a cousin, man. He moved, man. We probably still be shooting to this day. Ain't nothing worse than shooting dice head up with one other person, bro. Man, we start a dice game, and that shit would last for hours, bro. God, back and forth. But yeah, nah, man. I learned a lot of lessons in dice games. I learned how to count my money. I learned how to watch people. I learned that some people that you know for a long time, depending on how much money is on that ground, will move fast and try to slide you if you ain't paying attention. You know what I'm saying? So
all day.
You know what I mean? It's various things that you can learn in that setting. You know what I'm talking about?
I feel you on that. Yeah. So right now, man, who you listening to right now? That's out. Who you like?
Man, it's a few people that I like. I'm not gonna name anybody. Like, well, yeah, I will. I'll name a few people. But you know who I really like from California right now that I'm really feeling in? I don't know all the intricate shit that he got going on, but All Black. I like his flow.
Oh yeah.
He up out of Oakland. Man, I love, you know what I'm saying? I love authentic street music, and when it sounds authentic, I gravitate to it. So that boy Babyface Ray up out of Detroit, man, he get a lot of play in my shit, a lot of spin. A whole bunch of cats from Detroit, actually. Man, my Bay Area, I mean, I'm from the Bay Area, man. So oftentimes when people ask me about music, I don't have to necessarily mention that. I don't know. It's an understanding here, man. E40, bro. I rock with him. You know what I'm saying? Fab. I'm rocking with him. Just shit. Mac Dre. I still play Mac Dre when I need a little bit of motivation in the world. I feel like the world is hating on the young player. You know what I'm talking about? So it's a few people that I listen to. You know what I'm saying? Adele. You know what I'm saying?
They're rocking someone like you.
Man, bro. Well, I put on to this one dude. I think his name is Joseph Banks or Jacob Banks. He's raw. Shit. When it comes to music, I'm kind of eclectic, man.
No, that help you when it's time to write too, because you got different things going on in your head, not just shoot 'em up, bang bang, or not just one. You could pick from different like things that's going on. Like you like when you told me your influences like KRS-One and Coogee, and you living in the West Coast, you already ahead of the competition mentally when it comes to rapping, because we wasn't really listening to them like that.
I was actually blessed, man. I forgot how old I was, bro. It was my late teens, you know what I'm saying? Probably more like early 20s, probably. I think I was visiting from Clark Atlanta University, and KRS-One came to this spot in Redwood City. I don't want to start naming names because I don't want to say the wrong spot. It's like a little youth center. You could work out there and do your little thing. Might even been in Menlo Park. Anyway, I got an invite out there. He was hosting like a little seminar where it was a little private invite. Maybe about 40 folks came to listen to him speak. Real candid situation. And they had a little small gym in a little, you know what I mean, little community center. So we all in there. We get to rapping. He's spitting that shit. Long story short, he like, man, I got a show tomorrow in Sacramento, and let's cipher up. And I'm gonna pick a few MCs from this cipher to accompany me out to the show tomorrow. And you know, he always do a little freestyle session at all his shows.
Yeah.
And so he was like, and we're gonna rock out. Man, sure enough, man, we all got us, probably about 27, 30 people, MCs. We ciphered up, freestyling, going. I was definitely one of the ones that got picked, man. And I remember being in Sacramento, standing in the crowd, and he up there rocking, you feel me, going. And we all just vibing, you know what I'm talking about? We spent the whole day with him the day before. Next thing I know, he get into the freestyle section of the show, bruh, and literally look down in the crowd and call my name and shit. Hey, on stage, bro, and I get to rock out with KRS-One, man, and that was pretty big for me, bro. That was.
Why you tell us that in the beginning?
I know.
Man, my partner was videotaping it, man, and you feel me? I got my own little. Pretty much, man. The footage came up missing, so.
What?
I figured I don't even be telling people about that a lot unless it's in this segment.
Because they be like, I can't prove it to them. Huh?
Like, you know, show me the tape. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to KRS-One. If you listen to this, man, I appreciate that. That was big, man. That was big.
Oh yeah, that's what's up. So what's the story behind your rap name?
Man, so O2, you know what I'm talking about? I was performing in Clark Atlanta University, and I was backstage. They was about to call me on, and he was like, "Man, you need a rap." I said, "Well," he said, "What's your name?" I said, "Bakari." He was like, "Man, you need a stage name." I was like, "Bakari." He was like, "Nah, man, you need something like cool, man. Like, don't think about it for a minute." So I stepped to the back, and I was like, "You feel me? I always give my mama a breath of fresh air. You know what I'm talking about? And everybody need to breathe one time." So shit, oxygen. But then I was like, "Man, oxygen sound kind of, that sound kind of weird." Like O2, you know what I mean? And then the Good Bad Guy was a moniker that just kind of it came about because shit, that's who I am. That's who we all are in many ways. We good bad guys. Me and my partner Future, you know what I mean, and pretty much a whole squad of guys, you know what I mean. We live our life in a way. We good people. We solid individuals, but if need be, then you know what I'm saying. We'll go there for the right cause and for the cause of righteousness. So it just stuck. O2 the Good Bad Guy, but it's a few different whoop-de-whoop good bad guys out there. You know what I'm talking about? That's in the clan. Yeah.
So how long you been putting out? How long you been putting out music? Like how many albums you got out now?
Shit, this is I believe this is like my this is my fourth album. Fourth album.
Yeah, I gotta go check. I was listening to the joint you sent us. What's that? I mean, I'm gonna play it, but what's that? That it was lit. I like that.
Oh yeah, your funeral was lit, bro. I swear to God, man, I've been to so many funerals, bro. That like, you know, East Palo Alto, California is only 2.5 square miles, and recently, the last 10 years, we've been kind of gentrified. You feel me? But even still, shit, you still get your issue around here. But at one point in time, we was murder capital of America in 1992. So you got a 2.5 square mile city that's murder capital of America. And it was based off of per capita, you know what I'm talking about? So, you know what I mean? But the amount of people that died in that conflict was significant being in such of a small space. And that type of energy in some ways, not many ways, but in some ways has plagued this city for a long time. And because of that, I lost a lot of people to violence that I was either close to or associates with. So it got to a point where I would go to a funeral and I couldn't really cry. You get distracted by people you ain't seen in a minute. So, I started drinking before I walked into church just so I could kind of feel some emotions and feel normal, like cry when other people might be crying, or just cry when I know I want to be crying and I feel like I should be crying, but like that lump in my throat ain't there no more. You feel me? Because I just been there too many times. So I get full and then shit, everybody else around me smoking and full, and funerals before and after turn to damn near like
the constant little party.
Yeah, almost like a reunion.
What you say, Paul?
It's like gangster lean.
Hey, gangster lean. I used to be. That song was so
That's
damn
what
sad
was in my mind when you were saying that. I just started thinking about the gangster lean video.
Yeah.
Then I was like, you said drinking, so I was like, I tip a 42.
But I'm a poet. You feel me? And I respect life and death. And I lost some people in my life that shit will never go away. So I wanted to put that poetic aspect to it too, and really like pay homage to the emotions that people feel in those settings. But at the same time, and another reason, bro, I wrote that shit, bro, is because a lot of these youngsters, I work with youngsters, and I find that they glorify this lifestyle of killing and dying. You feel me? And so it was almost like a pun to like, it was satirical in a way. And it's like, damn, bro, you finally made it, bro. You did. You made it to the ultimate party, my nigga. We all here now. We celebrating you.
No, that's why I had to talk to you. That's why I had to talk to you, because I was like you said, the little young boys, they want to talk, they want to glorify that. So I was thinking like, dang, is he making a song to a op? Like he went to the op funeral and saw everything was lit. He just like making a song to kind of like in a way be condescending toward the op. But see, now I see you made a song for your people, because I can see a young boy making a song about an op that died, and he actually went to the funeral and saw everything was lit. Like, hey, we got you, but your funeral was lit.
But if you listen to the lyrics, what I did was I took a whole host of emotions and I put human characteristics to it.
Right.
So imagine you sitting in a funeral and you look to your left and you see hate. You look to your right, you see anger. You look behind the pulpit, sympathy is sitting up there. Empathy is to the right, playing the drums. Fear is standing by the door and shit. He don't know if he want to, you know what I'm talking about? And those are the type of things and emotions that are felt in settings like that by a lot of people that's there, especially family and loved ones. Yeah. So the lyrics, if you really listen to the lyrics, it's like I put human form and actions to actual emotions that we encounter on a daily basis, but especially at funerals.
Facts.
And I still make that shit lit.
Yeah, all day. So what's your favorite track off the album?
Probably Gave Enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
I took It Was Lit and Take Time.
Yeah, and then so it was Gave Enough, It Was Lit, and Take Time. That's my top three. Yeah.
I would listen. I can't say I listened to every single word, but I was skimming through it before we got on.
Yeah, bro. So when you play that one, man, you gotta kind of like roll up, hit the lights, and turn that shit up and just listen. And that shit.
Which one?
To It Was Lit.
Yeah, It Was Lit. I like that one. I like that one. All right, let's do it. Let's go into It Was Lit. We got the homie O2, the good bad guy, representing East Pilot. Oh yeah, he smoked already. I don't smoke, so I'm gonna have to leave my light on. I'm gonna listen to it another way.
You gotta just, I got my little alkaline vodka. You feel me?
Oh man, yo, you know what, man? I read this story. I mean, before we play it.
What the hell?
I was that's the vodka with the fresh key lime squeezed in it. You feel me?
Oh man, that's funny. So look, I was reading this thing, man, because I like drink a little. As I get older, I drink a little wine, man. Cause I'm in my 40s now, so like I read this article. It was like the effects on alcohol as you age, Yeah, I got scared, man. That's why I don't like reading stuff online though, because you know how when you type in your symptom online, that shit say you got the worst thing that ever came out.
That shit say your left nostril can start itching. Your left nostril gonna start itching. You gonna be like, damn, bro.
Yep. Yep.
I know the power of the mind, bro.
Yeah,
the power of the mind.
I ain't been drinking for two months. I'm on my second month.
Yeah, I'm on my second week right now, but I'm like, I'm cool because it said when you in your 40s, alcohol start making your skin wrinkle early, so you look old, you start looking older than you really are, and all that. But some people, I've seen people that's 60.
I get that good shea butter.
Yeah, I like to drink, but shit, I had got a new job, and I just told myself I wasn't gonna start drinking until I learned that shit.
So you learned the job?
Yeah.
Oh, so you about to be drinking soon then?
Yeah, probably. But I just took a little break. I like even when I smoke all the time. Like I still like to be like, if I want to take a break, I can take a break. Like, you know how people be trying like you addicted. I think that's a mind shit. If you ain't addicted like that, if you stop shit.
Right. What's the job you if you don't mind me asking?
Oh yeah, I work at the VA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we both was in the Marines. That's how we met.
Wait, you said the DA.
The VA.
I was about to say, nigga, what?
Hey, that's why he was like, look, and he sat up straight. He was like, okay,
DA. Hey, shout out to the VA, man, and all the vets, all the soldiers, man. Appreciate all that, all the workers and everything.
Yeah, make sure y'all veterans listening, man. Y'all go to the VA and get y'all health taken care of, especially if something wrong.
Man, he a spokesperson now. Dang.
I spent a lot of time at the VA, man.
You a vet?
A lot of time. Huh?
You a vet?
Nah, my daddy, you know what I'm saying, was an addict. So he was a vet. So that's where he got a lot of his services at. You feel me? So
dang, that's what's up.
They threw the best Christmas parties, boy.
That shit good for people that I don't know, man. You know, like a lot of people, man, they just used to the military, man. So once they get out the military, they don't really know how to adjust to regular life again, especially if they stayed in too long. So
right.
They can't go to a regular ass hospital and talk to the doctors like that, man. You know how that shit to be. They'll be sending them to jail and shit. So they need like
crazy they don't get more services than they get, but you know it is what it is.
That's a fact. All right, let's get it. We get it. We got it was lit, man. Anybody listening, turn the lights on, roll up.
Put that. I hope y'all was rolling up while we was talking. Hit the lights, sit back, turn this thing up, man. Get close to one of your loved ones and listen to the lyrics on this one.
That's a fact. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Shout out East Palo Alto, California. Dice Games and Drum Circles album. You know what I mean? Dope hip hop. Whole politicking with the two brothers.
Chocolate shit. You see this thing? I got a tattoo right there.
Let me bow our heads and pray. Okay, God, when I pull up, man, be cracking. Maybe be safe. All the ladies come through for my party, you know? Yeah, hold up.
Hey, hope came in the form of a junkie born with no eyes. Something in skin, straight bullet, hope died. Hate came strapped to the funeral, wanna know why. Wrapped his cold arms around faith, they both cried. Revenge came late, crossed his chest and made a promise. Then sat right next to rage, I seen the monster. Selfishness up front, sitting next to your mama. Knowing she gon' miss you, but listen, this stuff is promise. Innocence kept whining, her cry sounded beautiful. Guilty made the preacher bite his nails to the cuticles. Compassion kept asking drama to calm down. The cussing in the church looked like he finna pull bombs out. Hey, your funeral was lit, bruh. I swear to God. It was chicken, pretty women, open bar. Your funeral was lit, bruh. It was lit, bruh. I swear to God. Your funeral was lit, bruh. I swear to God. All the killers came through, real mob. Your funeral was lit, bruh. It was lit, bruh. I swear to God. Your funeral was lit, bruh. I swear to God. You finally made it, you done died a hood star. Your funeral was lit, bruh. It was lit, bruh. I swear to God. Sympathy grabbed the microphone, she gon' sing her lungs out. Fear was the first one here, this year he brunged out. Misery killed the plug, as far as drugs, he brung drought. Anxiety keep on eyeing me, we funky, but not now. Wanted to lift my shade, self-conscious say keep them down. Cause even though we in church, there's still demons around. Scary grabbed the obituary and slowly crept away. He was too afraid to stay, cause what the preacher gon' say. I was glad he left, fear ain't got no place around death. We live bad in these small hoods and pray we die good. Ain't gon' hug your mama, though I know that I should. She planking on the floor, holding pain, and he ain't letting go. Glancing, seen cold games, wonder what he's sweating for. I don't know, but after this, we straight to the liquor store. Get some more, pour out a couple sips, laugh and hit the draw, and reminisce about my folks. Hey, your funeral was lit, bruh, I swear to God. It was chicken, pretty women, open bar. Your funeral was lit, bruh. It was lit, bruh, I swear to God. Your funeral was lit, bruh, I swear to God. All the killers came through, real mob. Your funeral was lit, bruh. It was lit, bruh, I swear to God. Your funeral was lit, bruh, I swear to God. You finally made it, you done died a hood star. Your funeral was lit, bruh. It was lit, bruh, I swear to God. Your funeral was lit, bruh, I swear to God. Your daddy made it, mama fainted in the car. Your funeral was lit, bruh. It was lit, bruh, I swear to God.
Yeah. See, I like that one, man. I like that.
Yeah, y'all
That's
saw the
real
comments.
life.
Can y'all see the comments on the screen or no?
Yeah, who? Drew Harris.
Yeah, Drew Harris said he got some snowflakes on there, so I guess
He said you cold right there.
But then you got the fire right there.
Oh, you can't see him on your end?
I appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure.
I can't see him on my end, but I appreciate it. Oh wait, hold on. Maybe I need to go right here.
Yeah,
you got.
Oh yep.
You got the fire emoji, and you got the ice emoji. You fire ice over here.
Right on. I appreciate it.
I saw the. I closed my eyes, man. You can see it. You can see it.
You're a poet. That's like poet.
Yeah.
I'm a poet MC, man. So I've been called. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's how it's been since I was a shorty. Right on.
Like you said.
You gotta really listen to that too to get it.
Yeah, because like he was saying, it's a lot of demons in there during the funeral. It ain't a lot of save. If depending on what type of dude it was that passed or person it was that passed, you might have a whole church full of demons, and they don't want to hear some of that word he about to say on that microphone, so they get out of there. They like, I'm gonna go ahead and just leave.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest though, bro. Sometimes shit, the demon is on the microphone. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Real, man.
That's a fact.
I'm just keeping it real, man.
Hey,
I mean, if you like barbecue, you go to where they sell barbecue at. If you like souls, then you go to where some of the most sanctified and holiest ones is in. So you know what I mean? So,
yeah, true.
I'm on. It's on point everywhere, bro.
It is. I didn't see people, man.
Whether it's a funeral, whether it's Easter Sunday, whether it's the gym, the park. I don't know. What you think is the reason behind that though? Where, like you said, there's a lot of sometimes the demon on the microphone. Why you think that though? Yeah, people are vulnerable, bruh. Like, and a lot of us only know what we've been shown and what we've been told. A lot of us haven't went out to seek other knowledge or understanding and be able to know when something ain't right. You feel me? A lot of us only understand and speak verbal language. A lot of us, you'd be surprised, a lot of grown folks that don't have a PhD in body language and they grown as hell. Like, so it's easy to, I feel like it's easy to get things over on a lot of people, not all people, but a lot of people. And the reason why I say this is because I'm not perfect. And at times it happens to me. You feel me? Motherfucker done do me, or I hear something or see something. I think that that's what it is. And that's what it's supposed to be, especially if what I see and what I hear has been instilled in me by people that I love and trust since I was a little youngster. So now whatever goes on in this place is what's supposed to go on in this place, and whoever's here is supposed to be here. But that's not always the case. That's not always the case. You feel me? A lot of people don't know about the word insidious and what it means. You know what I'm saying? Look good, smell good, sound good, taste good, feel good, but it ain't good though. And it don't take much for you know what I'm saying, for people for humans. I speak for Americans because that's where I'm at, to be played, bruh.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I want to add on
I
that a
know.
little bit.
What'd you say, Paul?
Yeah, I
Say
want
what?
to say something about that too.
Oh, go ahead.
I would say you kind of feel that's kind of I feel the same way you feel. I feel like a lot of people, man, they just want to be followers. Like they don't want to take accountability for their own life, so they always want to like look outside themselves for the answer. So that kind of always once you don't accept the answer, like you be like, this is my life, I'm gonna make it right. Once you start looking on the outside and looking up to other people, that's what's messing people up, man. So a lot of people, they always looking for something else besides themselves for the answer. Always. They ain't gonna never just sit there and be like, you know what? Let me figure this out and get this right in my life. They always looking for the next person, somebody else to tell them what to do.
Right. Kanye say the prettiest people do the ugliest things.
Yeah, then you following people's shit. Why you like shit? Listen to yourself. Like listen to God. You be quiet. That's God talking to you. You listen to what the other person doing. They ain't gonna help you.
And then sometimes
that's
go ahead. No. Sometimes we fail to see things, like, for example, I won't say no names. This was one of the funerals I was at where the preacher, you know what I mean, who was residing over the service, he spent so much time talking about like how negative weed smoke is and how don't do this and don't do that. But then like after it's over, you smoking Newports and shit in the smoking section of the church parking lot.
Man,
and
I saw the craziest.
Like what we on? Like what you on? Who are you? It make people like me, man. I pay attention to shit like that.
I saw the craziest shit the other day, man. I saw this dude. He was in like one of them electronic wheelchairs, but he was probably like 500 pounds. He had an oxygen like tube going in his nose. He had his mask on. He gonna tell this woman that was in shape, "Hey, can you pull your mask over your nose?" I looked at him like, man, what the hell are you talking about?
Like, nah, you can't. Yeah, you can't be.
I'm like, man, that's what you worry about. Man. How you look? You worry about her mask being over her nose. I'm like, man, come on, bro. I just looked at him like, people. No,
that might have been the only thing. That might have been all he had was that little bit of let me tell her. You know what I mean? But
all day,
he was like, I don't want to get sick. I'm looking at him like.
But that's why these kids nowadays we give them a lot of flack, because like you said, we go by what we was told. Like when we was little, my mama said every Sunday you're gonna get up, you're gonna go to that church. I might not be there every Sunday, but you're gonna make sure your brothers get up and y'all walk to that church. So we went because we was told to go. Like, but these kids now, they like, man, let me go on Google and type in is God real? Look, you know, we would have never done that.
Right. But see now, a lot of people say that's interesting. You said I had a debate with my partner. A lot of people be like, a lot of Christians I know. My sister's a preacher in Chicago. Shout out to Christians and Christianity. Respect. A lot of people be like, yeah, God called me to Christianity, but a lot of times I had to tell my partner, man, well, what about your granny though? What about your mama? She don't get no credit for introducing you to Jesus because she been waking you up every Sunday since you was 2 years old, making you a hot meal, getting you dressed in your Sunday's finest, and getting you to and from church and feeding. You know what I mean? You don't think she had no role in introducing you to Christianity as you know it?
Because you wouldn't have known about it if she didn't take you. You would have known nothing about that.
It's very few, and not even just Christians. I would imagine, but it's very few religious folks that genuinely, and I do believe a call from a higher being. Like I ain't knocking that. Like you call, but it's very few of us that have genuinely been called without the help of someone else older, of influence and control, who introduced us to that. The same way a lot of people are Christians it could be the same way somebody ends up being a gangbanger. Shit, every day he wake up since he was a child. You got baby pictures with people with red and green rags in their cribs and shit. Like, what do you? So if he's 13 years old and he out there, it might not be right, but we can understand the why though.
Yeah, I think
it's parallel.
I think it's called like it's like nurture or nature. So it's like your environment or your upbringing. It's either basically that's how you either you're a product of your environment or a product of your upbringing. That's basically everybody.
Right. But that's why you mm-hmm. No, go ahead. My bad.
Nah, I mean you a product of. I mean, look at animal shit. There's been cases where a duck could be raising a turtle and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But that turtle been with that duck since the turtle could move. You know what I'm saying? That duck is what that turtle know. As what's real. That's my mama. That's my dad. That's whatever. That shit be it. Man, no, but it ain't rocket science.
No, I say the same thing. I say the same thing happened when you got when you got white people that become racist. They ain't born racist.
No.
You see, you ain't born. They pass that down like tradition. Now it's like, look, dad's want to teach you something. You see,
it's a learned behavior
all day because a 3 or 4-year-old in 2021 should know that if a black person make you mad, you can call them a nigger. How and you should know that. You should. I had it happen to me, man. I had a little kid just look at me. I think I told Poe the story. I was coaching flag football, and I had a white kid on the team. I had a couple white kids on the team, but the one white kid in particular, he said, you know, my little brother want to come to practice and watch. So little brother probably like 2 years old, 2, 3 years old, and so the mom brought him up to me to introduce me to the little one, and I said, hey, what's up, little man? And you know what he did when he looked at me? He said, ooga, 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 booga.
Damn.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
And the mom tried to like play it off like, oh, he don't talk good. But that little boy can talk. He's 3 years old. He thinking he trying to play on some little African thing or whatever. But I said somebody told him that
behavior.
Right. Somebody told him that was funny, or they laughed because you know what happened even with black kids. We laugh about stuff in the house, but they go when they do it in public. You be like, don't be doing that. And now the kid like, wait, you just told me to do it at the house when grandma was over there because you want grandma to see me do that dance, or you want grandma to see this. But like, it's a learned thing. You can't tell a kid to turn that off.
And I also think too, man, by the time they get older, that shit is convenience because you know the topic of racism. Like we talk about racism, how many like say I would respect an old white man on a hospital bed if they ask him, Jasper, you want this kidney? You need this kidney, Jasper. Do you want it? And then Jasper was like, Tommy Buck, you tell that nigger he can keep his kidney. I don't want it. I'm gonna just go. I'm ready. Now I would shake that man's hand.
Oh man,
I would shake his hand just based out of respect. Like I gotta, you know what I mean? I respect a few motherfuckers.
Hey, that's real racism. That's real racism right there. Like, look,
Jasper gonna take that nigga kidney 9 times. I don't want that nigga kidney. Yeah, right, Jasper.
You said, does it have chocolate in it or is it real blood?
Like, exactly. Like, how much do you hate us? How much do you hate us, Jasper? You know what I'm talking about? A lot of times it be convenient.
Oh man, that gave me a tear right there. I know why they taking that kidney, boy.
Come on, man.
Go ahead, Paul.
Nah, I was about to get too deep on it.
Nah, you can give deep, man.
I was gonna say, why you think all these black people be missing anyway?
Well,
they had anyway. Man. So hey, that already let you know.
They've been doing that for a long time, right?
They said they used to take teeth out for the dentures, take the black people's teeth out. Get it to
what?
Yeah, they used to take out like the slaves' teeth for their dentures.
Facts. They've been doing that, bro. Now that's one thing if you don't know. It's some people that be knowing it, but they like be surprised. Like, man, ain't too much. Listen, I'm gonna say this right now. I love humanity, bro. I love humans. I love people who love people. So, but come on, man. To hear that some white folks is taking kidneys from some black folks or taking organs, that shit don't make me be like, what?
No.
And that says something.
Like, yeah, you don't remember that one? I just watched that on the news. It was an old case.
Been doing
you remember that girl in Chicago when she got caught up in that freezer and her organs was missing when they found her?
Yeah, the girl at the party. Yeah, I remember that.
Man, but they've been doing that shit since they came to get us, bro. They've been doing that since back then, bro.
Yep.
They've been doing that.
Another little kid in a gym. They found him rolled up in a mat like that too.
He had an organ.
You know they about to reopen that case. They just announced that like last week.
Oh yeah, that's what's
up.
Yeah,
they found him rolled up in the mat in the gym.
Yeah. Don't put that organ donor shit on your damn license. Anybody listening, don't do that shit. That's like you basically
they told me that when I was
your ass.
youngster before I even got my license.
Yeah, you just put the hit on your ass. You're not organ donor. Cause they gonna be like, who shit match with mine?
They say they won't try to. They say if they see that on there, they won't try to save you or something, or they won't try as much as they should because they like shit. We need these organs.
Nah,
hey, my homegirl was telling me the last story. My homegirl was telling me she had her baby, right? It's my homegirl and my homeboy. They were telling me this, and I seen the pictures, bro. They had to damn near fight. It was almost finna be some problems for her to keep her placenta after she had the baby. The doctors, the nurses, and they wanted that motherfucking placenta so bad, bro. They was trying to trump up all kind of shit on her. Bro, she took her placenta home, bro. She's currently consuming her placenta. Bro, if you do your research on placenta, like, I don't know all the scientific technology behind that shit, but they say if the mother and the child consumes that shit, it's like some next level godly type shit, bruh.
Niggas gonna be like X-Men and shit.
Bruh, she showed me a picture of her placenta. Bruh, that shit was about as big as a laptop, my G. And it looked like the tree. It looked like the tree of fucking life, dog. Like it looked like.
Wait, but what she do to eat it?
I don't know if it's. I don't know what the process is. I want to say they like dry it or something. Or you put in the freezer,
you can put it in capsules if you want to, or like over shakes, like powder. Yeah, I remember because, like I said, they take that shit quick. They take it. They take that shit so quick.
Yeah, she said that she felt like she was in a Twilight movie and something was finna happen to her if she didn't sign off her placenta. So if any of y'all gonna have some babies, man, do your research. Keep that fucking placenta. It's a reason why they want it so bad. It ain't to just discard that.
They gonna use it. They gonna use it.
They at home eating. Lay at home eating, consuming placentas.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Now I don't know if my homeboy is consuming it, but I know her and the baby are.
No, I'm saying the doctors, if they the ones that keep it, like the nurses.
I think they keep it. Nah, bro. They might do that, or they might take some of it for that purpose. But I also think that they use it to study it, like either for like stem cell research or for other types of study. You know what I mean? Especially from an African American woman. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
So
you remember
because it's valuable.
You remember that girl? I think her name was named. I don't know her last name, but I know her first name was Henrietta. But basically, it was like back in the day, like 60s or 70s. But basically, like her body was immune to cancer. So when she died, they kind of keep her body and shit, experiment on it. But the family didn't release that shit. But they basically just tried to keep her all her shit and started studying her because they couldn't figure out how she was immune to this shit and fighting it off and stuff.
Yeah, they use the placenta, maybe from all women, but after she told me that, I had heard it when I was like younger, but I never tripped off that shit. Then I watched the special when I was probably a little older about people consuming the placenta. Didn't really trip off that shit. But when they was telling me, showing me the pictures and explaining like how they felt unsafe once they refused to sign off the placenta and was like, no, I'm taking that shit. Yeah. And how she had to really boss up on them motherfuckers and get kind of dangerous with their ass to let them know, like, we getting the fuck up out of here with this placenta, or it's gonna go down in here.
Yeah.
Once I felt that energy from her, I started looking into it, and bruh, it's a lot of fucking life in that shit, bruh.
Yeah.
It's a lot of shit needed for the mother and for the baby to like fucking be at the best of their potential. You know what I'm talking about? And they be wanting that shit, bro. They don't try to let the woman leave.
Yeah,
that's like 9 months of fucking nutrients in that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like all
Bro,
that
her shit look like a fucking artist drew one of them pictures of like a tree in Africa somewhere that had hella just branches coming off of it. The shit was crazy.
I ain't never seen what it looked like.
Man, Google that shit. It's gonna blow your mind, bro.
Dang. No, that's deep, man. That's why I like this podcast though, man, because you know sometimes we drift off. And, you know,
dope though, you feel me?
But that's what we do. That's what we do, man, because we want to.
I'm talking about. I got a song coming out next week called "Satan Drop That Thing." You feel me? Featuring the bad bitches and you feel me? I'm talking about we want to talk about some different shit.
The ass shots.
So you want to talk about? I got a song coming out called "Ass Shots."
Man, you feel me? That shit gonna be double disc. You feel me? You talking about 20 tissue cakes, Volume 3. We the shit. You know what I'm talking about? It's coming, nigga.
All day.
Just wait on that, nigga. Heavy flush, nigga. Heavy flush.
I'm gonna keep it a buck though, or a bean. I don't know who said it, but we should be interviewing a lot of people like that. That shit be bad. I hate that shit, man.
It be boring, bro. You be like, look, if you could do it with some energy, then it ain't that bad. But if you doing it like
for the Bay Area, man, we lit.
Hey, on my mama, huh?
On my mama, you don't think this is great everything moving. You know what I'm talking? These fall out though.
Nah, but
we gonna
you got
turn
some
it up
dudes.
one time for you.
Yeah, you got dudes
man.
They be boring and they do that. You be like, so what's up with you, man? They be like, man, you know, I'm gonna just drop the EP tomorrow. Then my team gonna talk and we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do with that. And then you try to talk to them about something to just try to get to know them as a person. Because talking to you about what we talking about, we finding out more about you as an artist than you just saying what I got coming out. You're like, oh, this really a smart, intelligent dude right here, or whatever.
Right.
And not just some knucklehead or whatnot. But that's why it's
my mama gave me the game, my daddy gave me the ism, you feel me? And a lot of us ain't got, a lot of these youngsters ain't got no daddy, let alone a male figure in their life. So when it comes time to spitting they lit, you feel me, and articulating themselves in a manner that people can understand it and feel like, man, we having a real conversation, they be lacking in that shit, bro. My daddy taught me how to talk. Talking about?
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm gonna have. I don't know. Hopefully nobody get mad at me for saying this, but I don't agree with that statement when women be like, "Oh, I can raise a man." Like, nah, like I don't believe that. I believe you always need a man to raise a man. Just like I don't feel like a man can raise a woman all the way, a girl all the way. You know. So I feel like you gotta have both of them energies.
I would say a woman can raise a man and a man can raise a woman if they do what you said, if they take the time to involve people of the same sex in that child's life, that can mold and guide them, that their mama and their daddy is not sexually involved with or got any type of kind of crazy shit going on. You know what I'm talking about? If it can be where I'm a woman and I have a son, but I'm going to put a boxing trainer in his life, a tutor, a mentor, a big brother or something in his life, then that woman is still raising that young man, but she is doing the appropriate and responsible thing, which is putting this young man in a setting where he needs to be around young men and older men so that he can learn how to appropriately be a man and vice versa. But doing it solely on their own, I mean, it's hard to say they can't because it's probably a lot of success stories of brothers who could say, my mama raised me. It's a lot of probably successful women who could say, my daddy raised me.
But
so I don't know if.
But would you say it's
if
still?
I have the right to say they can't.
No, but I'm saying, do you think they can really go through their life and be like, oh, I didn't have no figure influence of the opposite sex in their life, like you said earlier? Because when they look at their life, they probably did.
I think that's detrimental.
Yeah,
I think that's detrimental to your upbringing. That's not well rounded. If you have, you know what I'm saying. But here's the flip side. There's some situations where a motherfucking daddy would be a little mark, a little sucker, and be right in the living room and don't do shit for you and raising. You know what I'm talking about?
You in there with your daddy Melvin and shit. Melvin was solid though.
You know what I'm talking about? Just or be part of the direct problem. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What's going on behind closed doors, but I hear where you coming from. I hear where you coming from, and I think it's important. The black family as a unit, I think is super important, and I strive to promote that. But when it comes as a man, I be careful what I tell a woman what she can't do sometimes.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because I know some women who have raised some men.
Yeah, facts. But nah, man, you know
I
that
know
black
some men who have raised some straight suckers.
I said that's what we're trying to do right now with my daughter, man. Because I'm on my second marriage, but I got my daughter living with us from my first marriage. But I'm trying to show her like her mom, you know, it was hood. Everything was like hood, ghetto this, ghetto that. So she's still stuck on this like she like hood stuff. But I'm trying to tell her like, man, that is like it might be like, and I can't even say all the way. Like when I was 16, 17 too, I probably was like doing knucklehead stuff. But I also can say that I've been like to her. I try to tell her I've been where you are already, and I know that if you continue down that path, it ain't gonna be good. Like, but she can't see that far yet. So I tell her like, and if she would have, but you got some families that'll just keep promoting that, and then they 21, 22 with 2 kids working at McDonald's.
Yeah, I say it's worse when it's a girl, because then the girl she can have kids, so they can't make no mistakes. Like a boy can really make a mistake because a lot of men just walk away from having kids, but a girl can't do that. So that should be hard.
I feel like it's about exposure and balance too. If you got a youngster that's just been exposed to a lot of good shit, his or her life, and you trying to show them something different, or instead of telling them something different, just maybe try to just balance that shit out. You feel me? So when COVID is over, shit, catch a fucking ferry ride sometimes. I don't know. Go see a play. Go to an art show. Go eat at a fucking restaurant with a menu you can't fucking pronounce. Just do some different shit. Expose shorties. Go to the water. Go to, I don't know. Just do something to where it's 1,000 things that you can do to just give them a chance to at least see something different. So they might be like, damn, I want to gangbang, but I sure do like catching trout, nigga.
For real. Hey, it's funny because that's a fact. When she first got here, we made some salmon, and it's something simple to me. Like salmon is just simple. Look, you go to the store and get a pound of salmon, cook it. We gave it to her. Look, we gave it to her.
That's like the chicken fish, the fish chicken.
Hey, so look, we gave her the salmon. She was like, "Ooh, this rich people food." I was like, "Hey, but look." But now she's like, "Oh, Dad, can we have some lobster tails?" And I'm like, "Wait, whoa! You want lobster tails now? You just told me a year ago that salmon was rich people food." But so it's right what you say.
That's progress. That's progress. Facts. That's progress. Now the next step might be have her earn some lobster and salmon and show her how to make the shit. That's a whole nother little venture, a little path you can go down. Next thing you know, she might be like, "Damn, I love being outside in them streets, but this culinary art shit kind of nifty. Let me check this shit out." You never know, man. You never know.
No, that's real talk, bro. That's real talk.
Yeah, I was gonna say it kind of go back to what we was talking about earlier, though. It's kind of like her environment. So the longer she with you, I think it'll kind of the other stuff will break away some. So
yeah, facts.
When I had first, like, I was from Mississippi, so shit. All I knew was like Dirty South, all that shit. The more I stayed out here, like the more I saw this shit, you got to become like. Sometimes all you know is all you know. You can't blame them for all they know. That's all they know.
Facts.
That's what's going on with most of these youngsters, man. A lot of this shit, a lot of youngsters don't never go 20, 30 minutes outside their neighborhood.
Yep.
In either direction.
Right. That's how my siblings are. Like me, I joined the military, so I moved around all over. They all in Sacramento. Like you can't even talk to them about, look, man, you ever thought about taking a family and seeing another city or seeing another state? Nah, man, I'm keeping it real. I'm gonna stay in the like that ain't keeping it real, bro. Like staying in it. That's
you
like
gotta realize it's some cats that don't even go to certain liquor stores in their neighborhood. Like we don't go over there.
Yeah.
So to talk about going out of state, motherfucker, like you tripping.
Hey, but
they do.
You want to know the sad thing is most of the time when people leave their hometown, it's always better opportunity. It don't never where you leave and you end up being fucked up. It's worse when you stay. So they just scared to leave, but it's always a better opportunity.
But I think that's what I think. Yeah, I guess overall, you're right. I think also though sometimes people be making their home stay harder than it could be based on what they got going on and based on who they are as a person and who they once were. Because people don't be forgetting shit. And just because you get on or you popping, whether you drop a dope ass mixtape or you got 700 people in your church congregation with 2 smoking sections in the parking lot, it don't matter. Remember who you are. Some people remember who you are, what you've done, what you about, what you were about, and yeah, you get a little fame, you get a little prestige, and now motherfucker like, oh no, not on my watch. And then the next thing you know what I'm saying? So I feel you, but sometimes that's also how you carry yourself as well. You know what I'm saying? I put in a lot of work in East Palo Alto, California from the ground up. You know what I mean? Worked with a lot of youngsters, worked with a lot of families, gave back, been outside in the trenches. I'm welcome there with open arms. Them is my guys, all the way to the city council building, trying to petition for different shit we needed or we didn't get. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying I'm bulletproof. I'm not saying I'm untouchable. But what I'm saying is I'm good around this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And that's based off some of the work I put in.
Hey, what Sue Surf said? He said, I'm good wherever I'm at. I'm feeling like LeBron's hair. Wherever LeBron hair at, he good. He said he feel like LeBron hair. I'm good wherever I'm at.
Like that, man.
But yeah, that's good. That's good you give back, man. I think we all should give back, man. Anything in particular before we get out of here that you petition for in the city council?
I mean, I haven't been to a city council meeting in a long time, man, but I'm the type of person that I be driving down the street, man, and if they got the road cut off and it's inconveniencing people in my community and we didn't get no warning fire, I'm hopping out, bro. I'm driving to the like that's my activism. If I see something that's not right around here, I'm hopping out, bro. You a new J Cat walking up the street, acting tricky, messing with people, giving people a hard time, I'm hopping out though. You feel me? So I could go. It's shit. I don't. Even since a shorty, bro, been on campaigns to help vote certain city council members in, help vote mayors in. I've done multiple things like that, but my activism is more grassroots and kind of like upfront and personal. You feel me? I was with a group doing a lot of work, still affiliated with a group in East Palo Alto called the Hood Squad. And that's all they do, man. Feed people food, dope art, and education, love and life. You know what I'm talking about? In the trenches, from LA to Oakland to East Palo Alto. Just giving back in the moment. But the whole city council shit, bro, if you ever been to a city council meeting in East Palo Alto, especially when I was going, that shit is like a soap opera. So
that shit lit.
A lot of politics I try to stay out of, man.
Hey, that shit lit.
I try to stay out of a lot of those direct line of politics. You said what?
Is that shit lit?
Oh, what?
Is it
you talking
lit?
about? Oh, yeah, man. Hey, I ain't been in a while, but I remember some city council meetings where that shit was like, it's going down here. The B word getting thrown around, police getting called, motherfuckers screaming and shit. It's like, damn, y'all acting in the mouth. Look here. But after a while, that shit was tiring, man. Especially
it's a lot of talking, not a lot of solutions, right?
Yeah, bro. I don't want to iron. So, and a lot of my activism, man, and a lot of my giving back reflects in my music. You know what I mean? You listen to my work, you're going to leave with something. Yeah. And I don't care if I'm talking about, you're going to leave with something. You know what I'm saying? Something that hopefully can better you.
You got a crew, or is like you solo right now, or is you part of a bigger thing?
In terms of artists, I'm solo, but you know what I'm saying? I'm locked in with a group of men. You feel me? So I got a crew, but I'm one of the only me and maybe about 3 or 4 other MCs. And spoken word artists, but it's not a crew of that. It's a crew of my men.
I got you.
my guys. Yeah. I hooked up with some poets out of Oakland, man, about 2.5 years ago, and I was really rocking out there before this whole COVID shit started. So I do spoken word as well. You know what I mean?
That's what's up, man. Like, man, I'm really like a fan now, man. So I appreciate you coming through and chopping it up with us.
Appreciate y'all brothers as well, man. It's been a dope ass conversation.
All day.
Sure. We can do this. I got so much to talk about, bro.
No, we're gonna have you back. I already said I gotta talk to Poe, man. We're gonna have you back on because you know what I'm saying. You got some knowledge that you kicking, man, that people need to hear. So yeah, man. Whenever you got time, man, we'll set it up.
My schedule's about to change a little bit, man. I'm about to delve into this foster care system in the next couple of weeks, man. I'm in line to foster a youth, so my schedule may be changing up a little bit for a few weeks. But once I get the rhythm, it's the first time me being a father. So once I get that rhythm, man, I definitely love to get this shit going again. If you want to do something before 2 weeks from now, I'm all free, man. Let me know, bro. I love to come back on here.
All right, for sure. So you for a foster kid, you getting a kid like a young kid or a kid that's already like a little older?
And I told him I'd take between the ages of potty trained and 17 years old. So I haven't met the youngster yet, but we'll see.
Hey, look, I seen a comedian. He was like, "Yeah, I adopt a 17-year-old because if it don't work out, I could be like, hey, send them on their way."
I figured. I mean, when I think about it, it'd probably be easier if I adopted somebody younger, and I'll probably have more time and more of a means to influence them on their choices. But also, 17 years old, you feel me? A lot of 17-year-olds ain't getting adopted. I mean, are even temporarily
really
put in foster care. So I might be one of the last people to interact with this person in a positive manner before they turn into an adult. So that's why I was looking at that age as well.
Oh yeah, that's a good reason why. Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Once they get
What'd you say, Paul?
You said what?
No, I'm saying then they already like 7. They older, so a couple of years you can end up adopting another kid.
That's true. And what I'm doing is it's not adoption, it's fostering. So it's temporary. But I've been on that though. That's how I'm really about this humanity, man, and making sure these youngsters got a fighting chance and shit. So I'm single. I ain't got no babies of my own. I figured I got.
Hey, look, they say if you could change one kid, you done your job.
Man, so I mean, it's gonna be a lifestyle change, but I'm ready though.
Well, hey, look, any shout outs before we get out of here and let everybody know how they can find you on social media, how they can find your music.
Shout out East Palo Alto, California. Shout out East Menlo Park. Social media, Instagram, O2TheGBG. That's the letter O, the number 2, the GBG. You can find my music on pretty much all listening platforms at this moment. O2TheGoodBadGuy.hearenow.com. You can download the Dice Games album, iTunes, Amazon, Spotify. Just Google the name O2TheGBG and or O2TheGoodBadGuy. Everything spelled correctly. Hands up. I'm not killing a lot of people. I'm not having sex with a hell of women, and I'm not selling hella dope. But I'm playing some real game, some ill ass music. And no matter what you do, you're gonna be able to relate to it, whether you gang banging or you a preacher. Promise you. East Palo Alto, stand up. G-Town.
Salute, my man. All right, yo, we out of here.
Everybody in the comments too, y'all be blessed. If you're going through something, stay strong, be a rider, be safe, and stay dangerous out here.
On my mama.
On my mom.
All right, we out.
California.
Shout out to the Bay. All right, y'all, we out, man. Y'all be easy. Thank y'all for tuning in.